What a game. Man. Texas survives 49-39 against A&M. But I got to give all kinds of credit to Jerrod Johnson, that Texas A&M offense. Um, in 2005, the Aggies, when Texas came in, poised to go to a national championship, gave us a game. And I was at that game. And but I felt like that game was just like pure emotion. Stephen McGee just running gritty, just really wanted it bad. Tonight, Jerrod Johnson just played legit. Um, he was finding everybody, and really it got to a point, and I hadn't felt this way all year when Texas was playing. It was like when A&M got the ball, it wasn't about are they going to score a touchdown. It's like when are they going to score and how much time's going to be left on the clock. They played great. So, but first I want to say thanks to Adam Taylor and his family. Went to watch the game with them. He's a buddy of mine. He's a year older than I am. Played football together. He was left tackle. I was left guard. He went to A&M. I went to Texas. So we've been going about it back and forth for years now. And I want to give him a shout out here. Say thanks a lot for the game. Your team played great. But Texas did come out with a victory, and I want to get that across. Texas did win this game, and Colt McCoy brought his big boy pants today. Colt McCoy was huge. 175 rushing yards, 304 passing yards, 4 touchdowns. The guy was nuts. I mean, this is the best I've seen Colt play all season. And we needed all of it because Jerrod was playing just as well. But Colt was on a different level today. Colt, you saw it, and they talked about it during the game. Craig James was talking about how he gave Colt a handshake, and Colt shook his hand, was polite, but it was almost like he wasn't there. He's thinking about the game. Same with Mac Brown. Mac Brown tried to say, "Hey, Colt, here we go," and Colt didn't even, just shook his hand and said, "All right." Colt wanted this one bad. He knew what was on the line. He knew who we were playing. He knew his struggles against this team, and he responded. I do want to say to all the Aggie fans, I made fun of the Aggies all week, talked about how the team was garbage, blah, blah, blah. You guys got a lot of young talent, and that team's going to be pretty scary coming down the road. You just need some consistency because, and I didn't give Jerrod Johnson the credit he deserved. I admit that. Part of that had to do with, all I said was he was a good mobile quarterback. That dude's a good quarterback. But part of the reason I said that was that I didn't get to watch him much. Half of A&M's games weren't even on TV, and then I didn't watch most of them. So from what I got to see, I didn't see a whole lot. The guy knows how to find receivers, and Fuller was coming down with some plays. Tannehill had some big ones in the running game. And now I knew the running game was good with Cyrus Gray and Christian Michael. And really, you look at the game, and I'm not going to be stupid about this. If A&M doesn't fumble that ball, and if they don't miss that field goal, it's a good chance that's a tie ball game. So A&M shot themselves in the foot at certain points in this game. Texas did not, and Texas was able to survive. I mean, Texas came in with one of the best defenses in the country, and we had all these season stats lined up, and A&M blew right through that. I think we were averaging giving up 50 yards on rushes all game, during the game during the season. I think they had 190 on us. It was hard to watch on our defensive side. And I've been high on this defense all year. That being said, I'll grant them a mulligan. This defense has carried us through most of this year. So if they're going to have one bad game, pick the game where Colt is going nuts. And so they did. So Texas is fine. We're undefeated the regular season. We got Nebraska in the Big 12 Championship next week. And if we can win that game, we're headed to Pasadena. That's an in-state rivalry right there. And that's good for the rivalry. That being said, I mean, personally, I would love to see A&M lose every game and just get beat all the time. But really, what's good for this rivalry and what's good for this state is for when Texas plays Texas A&M, that it is a battle for the South. That when those two teams meet up, that will decide who will go to the Big 12 Championship. Texas A&M is young. They're on the rise, though. I don't know what they're going to do in their bowl game this year. Historically, they haven't been good in bowl games, no matter how good their team's been. But I think this year, they may get it done. We'll have to see. I do say that there's probably too much stock in the Texas game by the fans and maybe by the team. So you get these kind of games. You get a Texas A&M team that is vamped up and ready and executing real well. But for 6 games out of the season, they didn't do that. If they can get this kind of effort and this kind of execution, it's not just about effort and want to. Texas A&M played smart today. Jerrod Johnson is a smart quarterback, and he was thrown away from Earl Thomas. He knew where to get the football. If they can do that week in and week out, we're going to have ourselves not just a in-state rivalry, but a championship rivalry, and I look forward to that. But Texas moves on. Colt McCoy may have locked up the Heisman tonight. I don't know. Tebow and Ingram go off next week, maybe not. But Colt definitely solidified his spot in that top 3. And maybe he can get it done. But, I know him and the guys have bigger goals than that. So, congratulations, Texas A&M. And I say that with my whole heart. That was a great game to watch. And I have no... I'm not bitter or anything about that we didn't get the style points, that we didn't kill them. I would have loved to kill them, but dang, that was a good game. And, I got confidence in this Texas team. This game didn't give me anything looking at like, oh, we can't compete with the top teams. Man, that's a good football game. And Texas gritted it out. You got a leader there in Colt McCoy who get things done. Congrats, A&M, but Texas gets the victory. Moving on to the Big 12 Championship in Arlington versus Nebraska. Hook 'em horns and Texas fight.